Hi and welcome to No Second Season. It's 9:30 on Christmas Day night, and I hope you all had a good Christmas or whatever you celebrate, if anything, this time of year. I spent Christmas Day with family and I left at 4 o'clock. I've driven 5 hours west from Albury and I'm here at the Kyalite Murray Valley, I think it's National Park or Regional Park. We're getting a beautiful afterglow of a sunset over here, and I need to hurry up, get something to eat, get a cup of tea and get to bed. I'm tired. Okay, so I'm all packed up. It's about 8:15 and it is very hot. I'm sweating already. I need to get these clothes off. The predicted temperatures today, 41, 42 here at Kyalite. And this is Kyalite Murray Valley Regional Park. And you book a campsite online. It's only $6, $6.90 or something like that. You book online and you can camp anywhere. Nice and quiet. Just a bush camp, no facilities. For this 24-hour unmanned fuel stop, because I was down to a quarter of a tank and there's no other towns to where my next stop is, so I'm very grateful for that. The wind is tremendous and it's hot. It's like a hairdryer blowing on me. In this little township called Murrayville. I've only got 100 kilometres to go to my camp and it's only midday, but I'm really tired and I'm nearly getting sleepy, getting drowsy, so I'm gonna have a nap in the back of the truck. So let's do that. And here is the news. The lady at the border confiscated my lemon and my blueberries. Then I drove a few more kilometres, stopped at a garage and bought another lemon. And that is the news. There's a few spots of rain falling. It's cooled down nicely. It's probably in the low 20s now. Still warm, but not nearly 40 degrees. I'm really tired. I could have a nap now, but at 3 o'clock in the afternoon it's not a good idea because I won't sleep tonight. So I think I might have this cup of tea, cheers, and then go on a little hike. Now strangely, I can't hear anything Not even bird song. I can hear the wind blowing. Oh, second news item. A friendly policeman named Michael drove in and had a chat, just told me a little bit about the area, and he was just checking out for fire watch because there's a total fire ban at the moment, so no lighting any fires is allowed. Just over that way is a 4x4 track which goes right the way through this Ngarkat conservation park, and it's a tricky 4x4 trail for serious 4x4ers, but it's closed at the moment due to the fire ban. Okay, so I'm going to do this little 2-kilometre hike. That's the drop toilet over there. It's clean enough. No toilet paper though. I guess this is part of the walk, the information. And that sign's telling us that there are frequent burns here caused by lightning, but it regenerates very quickly. Now where? Aha, I can see a sign over here. There's Madge. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, you could easily get lost here, or I could, because everywhere looks the same. Malleefowl. Oh, the policeman was telling me about these. He nearly ran one over. It ran in front of him. Perhaps we'll see one. And they lay their eggs in a mound. I have to keep a lookout, see if we can see any. I'm slightly worried about doing this walk because I might get lost. Okay, so from here, I don't know where to go. You know, at the moment I can still see Madge, so I feel safe. 2 kilometres in, I might not do because I can't see an arrow. I can see a sign just over here. And it's telling us here that these grass trees actually like the bushfires, and they flower profusely when they have burnt, and that they actually prompt burning by producing a resin that helps them ignite. I'm just following this track. It may just be an animal track. The ground here is sand. no idea where to go now. The signposting is not good. Not for someone like me. Haven't got a clue. Well, you know, it doesn't tell you where to go, so I'm just going back to the car. So that is the little hike that's here. For someone like me that just can't follow a trail, it's all right, it's mostly okay, but that end bit I hadn't a clue where to go. No signpost, no arrow. I hadn't a clue. Anyway, it's a nice little walk. It's worth doing. You get a better perspective of the park, because actually we're quite high up here and we look down across hectares and hectares of bushland in this park, which was really interesting. Didn't see a stick of wildlife at all. I was hoping to see something, but I didn't. Anyway, the sun has made an appearance. I'm actually quite hot now. I had to stop and put some sun cream on because it really heated up. I think I might have a cup of tea and do a bit of editing. I need to find a bit of shade to sit in. I might go and sit over there. My auntie Eureka writes books, and she wrote this one, and I've never read it all the way through, so I'm going to make an effort at doing that. When I'm away and I've no signal, I'm going to read. So I brought it with me, knowing that some of the places I go won't have a signal. I did start this book years ago and put it in my bedside table and forgot it. So I'm going to start again at the beginning. And it's very well written. It's worth buying it from Amazon if you're looking for something to read and you like that Mr. Darcy fellow. There's 476 pages. That's quite a lot for me, and the writing's quite small. Dearest Auntie, can you write in bigger letters and do less words, please? Because I'm going to struggle with this. I'm not the best reader, but I'm going to give it a go. So here we go. Mr. Darcy's Legacy. I'm really cheesed off. I've just broken the wind. The wind slammed the back door of my car shut, and this was in the way, and it's ruined it. It's crushed it. I've just pulled it out, but the handle's coming off. Damn it, that's my cup of tea ruined as well. Good job I bought my spare cup. I don't usually, but I did this time. Hi, it's getting on for 11 o'clock. I fell asleep. I kind of laid down to read my book around, I don't know, 6:30, 7, and I fell asleep. Anyway, the terrible wind is continuing, and it's actually cold now. I've wrapped myself in my blanket. I haven't brought a sleeping bag with me. I just bought this and a sleeping bag liner, so that'll have to do. I'm just going to make myself a cup of tea and have something to eat because I'm really hungry. But yeah, the wind is still nuts. So I need to be careful with Madge Padge's doors. There's a beautiful night sky though. Can see the Milky Way. I don't know if I can film it because the wind is so strong it'll blow a tripod over. Probably I won't bother, but it is pretty. I don't know if you noticed in some of the footage in my last video and this one, there's been a strange hue type of thing on the screen. I've just dropped this on the floor so it's covered in dirt now, but there's a tiny crack in my lens protector and that's what was causing it, so I've took it off. What's the betting I now drop the camera on the lens? Let's hope not. I wish you could smell it in here. The aroma of me cooking some raisin toast in here is absolutely gorgeous. It smells wonderful. Yuriko originates from Japan, but she's lived in the UK for, oh, crikey, 25 years. And you know, she's written this book in English, obviously, and it's fantastic. Her English is considerably better than mine. Well, good morning to you. It's around 6 AM. It's bloody freezing cold. I haven't brought a sleeping bag with me and it was a cold night. The wind stopped somewhere in the early hours of the morning and it's calm now, but that was quite a windstorm. It really got up last night. Anyway, it's all calm now and I need a coffee, so let's get a coffee on. So this is my breakfast today. I've had a bit of kimchi and I've got some Aldi cereal with a bit of coconut yogurt on top, but no blueberries because the lady at the border pinched them. I'm really hungry. And so editing, for instance, my last film, which was about 40 minutes, I had hours and hours of clips, so I bring it into Movavi and I reduce it down to a first cut and then I watch it, and as I'm going I delete anything that I think is rubbish when I'm waffling like now and I tighten clips up a bit, so I went through that probably 3 more times, and remember I have to watch all my stuff every time and be ruthless and cut out. So if you think what I produce is rubbish, you want to see the stuff that I cut out. So it's a long process. I should say that last film took me something like, I reckon something like 15 hours to 20 hours of editing time, and then you add in fades and some text and things like that and some music, and it all takes time. So for me this really is a hobby. I enjoy the doing, getting out and about and doing and seeing stuff, and the YouTubing is part of the hobby. I enjoy capturing it and then realising when I get home that I've got some good footage that I can edit into a story with a beginning, a middle and an end. I do put a lot of effort into it, so if you enjoy any of my stuff, don't forget to give me a like, and if you haven't subscribed, perhaps you could subscribe already. Not only does it take a lot of time, it takes a lot of money to do this. All the equipment is very expensive. So if you want to help me out with money, you can buy me a coffee. There's a link down below in the description. Or you could browse my website, No Second Season. There's a few stories on there if you like reading things. There's a few help things, how to get mountain biking, how to choose the right type of hiking shoe or boot. Various things, how to make the bed that I've made in Madge. And there's a shopping page on there, so if you'd like to look at those, please do. That would help me. Anyway, let's get another coffee. Cheers to you. Bruh, it's so chilly and it's gone quite cloudy. I think it's going to be a cold, grumpy day again. I hope that wind doesn't come back. If the weather stays like this for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to have to change my plans. I've just stopped off in a place called Tailham's Bend, and look what's here. 900 kilometres from home, and we have the Murray River. And from here, in about 100 kilometres, it empties into the ocean. Blowing, but here we are at Lake Alexandrina. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's Alexandrina, and just 15 kilometres to my east, the Murray River empties into this lake. It's relatively shallow, averaging 6 metres, and it holds 1,600 gigalitres. Just imagine, this water has travelled nearly 2,500 kilometres, or some of it has. Obviously there's tributaries on the way and confluences with other great rivers, the Darling, the Murrumbidgee, the Goulburn, the Ovens, Kiewa, the Mitta, and lots of other tributaries contributing to this massive lake. Let's go and have a look, see if we can find where it drains into the ocean. On the Mallee Highway for hundreds of kilometres, even much further inland, and every so often there are these salty fields that can't be farmed. So interesting. If you're sad like me, they're interesting. So here I'm at the Murray Mouth Lookout in Goulburn, and beyond, just where that boat's going by, is where the Murray is going out into the ocean. Before the waters flow into this area, they pass through some wetlands and also through various channels. 5 of these channels have barrages. They're gates that open and close and stop the flow of the Murray into the ocean when necessary. Over the millennia, the ecology of the area has changed. Thousands of years ago, the ocean would be coming inland up the Murray, perhaps even 200 kilometres. Nowadays, because the flow of the Murray into the ocean is less than it used to be, a lot of sand builds up into the passage at the exit point into the ocean, and it costs $6 million a year to keep dredging that sand and keeping the outlet open. There's quite a complex operation to balance the amount of water that's going into the sea and the amount they retain inland. It's quite important to the wetlands and the ecology of the area, because we take so much water from the system for irrigation further upstream. Sometimes they have to close the mouth off, and sometimes they have to open it. It depends what's going on. If there's flooding, I presume they open it. I left Ngarkat this morning after I camped there, and then I kept going west, and I've driven to the Florio Peninsula in South Australia. So I'm in another state now, and I'm at Middleton. Booked a pitch at a campsite here for around a week, I think. So I drove to the mouth of the Murray, and I really enjoyed that. That was somewhere I'd always wanted to go, to see where the Murray River ended, and hopefully you've seen some good shots of that, of what I could see. Now you can drive really close up to it, but you have to drive on sand for quite a way, and I'm not really happy to do that yet in this, especially as it's loaded up with everything I own. Hopefully the footage I got is good enough. So it's Saturday tomorrow, and the weather is supposed to be shite, and then it gets a bit warmer, but not very warm. So I'll see what I'm going to do. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you found something interesting in it. I'll close this video here, and until next time, it's a goodbye for now.